Are you drinking those blended coffee concoctions? And do you know how much sugar's in that? Well, thankfully it is better than Mountain Dew, but let's take a look. Okay, so now you have your Starbucks treat, your cafe vanilla frappuccino with whip, right? Well, without whip doesn't make that much of a difference with the sugar. But with whip, here is your grand total. Oh, and this is only the 16 ounce. So we've got 15. That's right, 15. So when you're drinking one of these, it's the equivalent, more or less, of one of these, one of these, one of these, as far as sugar goes. Okay, so what are some real alternatives and how can you have real sustained energy? Because when you have high fructose corn syrup, in your system in these high amounts, you're basically just stressing out your pancreas and your insulin levels, and that's why you get this shot of energy, but then you always come crashing down, and then you usually want to go pick yourself back up, so then you grab another one of these. So the point is, you can have real sustained energy with a whole foods diet and water. Okay, now I want to make sure that you know about agave nectar and stevia. These two natural forms of sugar are just amazing because both of them are friendly for diabetics as well as hypoglycemics, and that's because they keep your glucose levels pretty even rather than doing the whole up down spiking thing. This one, stevia, actually is 0 calories, and it's used in about 40% of Japanese sodas from what I know. So both of these are a really good alternative to traditional sugar. Okay, if you want to dive deeper, I recommend reading the classic book that came out in the 70s called Sugar Blues. It is so fascinating and creepy when you look at, the history and politics behind sugar and how it has just, spread around the world, and definitely recommend reading this book. The second recommendation I have is for a documentary called King of Corn. And this movie really helps explain what has happened in terms of the farming communities and politics and profits with getting corn into all of these foods and beverages that we're eating and drinking. Okay, I know some people get bored with water, and there are alternatives aside from liquid candy to enjoy, and here are some examples. This one is vitamin water, and it's a natural product, which means not only are you going to avoid the artificial ingredients like coloring and things like that, the form of sugar in it is a healthier choice than the high fructose corn syrup. And along the same lines, but even healthier, is fruit water, which only has 3 teaspoons in it. And lastly, you get the good stuff, hint, which actually magically has 0 calories and 0 sugar, but somehow they're able to flavor it with fun things like raspberry and lime. So you've got options. Take them. Alright, well that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Please remember to subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, shine on!